Hello, all. It is Dawn Gage from McClendon Elementary, and I'm here just to take a few minutes to talk to you about differentiation using the app Cami. All of you should have by now heard a little bit about Cami and using it. The district has purchased a license for everyone to be able to use it. And it is very easy to assign things with Cami through your Canvas for your students to be able to use. So I'm going to go over and pull up something that I would assign to my students through using Cami. This is just a simple reading passage. It was scanned in. One thing that you have to make sure of if you want students to be able to interact with the document, you do need to make sure there's a place over here, if it doesn't pop up automatically, where you say OCR for scanned PDFs. Otherwise, it will not let them highlight and interact with individual text that's on the page. So the differentiation that you would use. So when I assign this with my students, I have several students that have accommodations in class that they use that need things read to them, or that they may not be able to type. That they're typing and things. It just takes them a really long time, especially with teaching elementary students. So one of the things that I like about this program is allows me to be able to have students use text to speech. So you'll see over here on the menu to the side that there's a text to speech option that if you come down and if they click on that and then click on something here to the side that they want read to them, when they click on that, they can highlight what they want read.
What is the meaning of the word submerged in paragraph 5?
And then it will read it to them. So it is very mechanical sounding. They cannot change the voice or anything like that to it, but they can change the speed. So if when it's being read, it's too fast, they can adjust the speed to something that is more comfortable for them and something that they can follow along with a lot better. The other thing that is good about this is there is a built-in dictionary. So if they run across a word that they're not familiar with or they're not sure what the word means, they can come over and they can click on the word and it will give them definitions that are built in for some of those words. And so they can go in and they can kind of get a meaning of the word if they're not very, if when they read it, they're not familiar with it. Students can use a markup where they can highlight and they can strike through things and they can underline things. And of course, they can change to whatever color they want it to be. But the other thing that I really like on here is the comment section. We want our students to annotate when they are working with text. And so it does have an option where students can go over, they can choose a color for whatever they want to use it for, click over here to the side. And then the dot that comes up, you'll see that a little box comes up over to the side in the margins where they can type in their comment. Once a comment's been typed in and a student turns something in, then you can see the annotations that the students have made on their pages. But the other thing that works really well is for the students that typing is difficult for them or time consuming, there is a voice comment available in which they click on the voice comment. And the same as with the other, they can click beside whatever they want to annotate. And it will give them over here a recording and it'll immediately start recording whatever that they say. It gives them 5 minutes on here. And then once they stop the recording, it saves it for them. And again, as the teacher, you will have this recording available to you. There's also the option of using a video comment. And there's also the option of using a screen capture. Both of those use video. Students would just need to make sure that if they're going to use voice comment or video comment or screen capture, the first time they use voice comment and video comment, it will ask them for permission to use their camera or to use their microphone. So they will need to allow the app permission to do those things before it will let them lead those comments. As far as the rest of the tools that are available on here, these are just ones that are very good for all the students to use. There are text boxes. For math, there are equations, and there are symbols that they can use for those equations that are listed on here. And even for music annotations, they have those as well. They have the option and the ability to draw. They can determine the thickness. They can determine the transparency and the colors that they would like to use, to make shapes, to insert lines, and then, of course, the eraser to be able to erase one particular thing, drawings and shapes, or they can even erase all annotations that they have made throughout here, and it will take out all their annotations. So there are many, many things that this app will do. It's very versatile. Um, if you're not using it at this time, I would encourage you to try to use it. Um, and of course, students get very savvy with it. My students have gotten very good at using this, and the ease with which they're able to use it and turn in their assignments has been phenomenal. They are very good at it. They know exactly how it works, and whenever they don't, they play with it until they figure it out. And sometimes they point things out to me that I didn't notice. So if you're not using Cami, I just would encourage you to use it and to try it out and to see if it's something that would be helpful for you and your students. Thanks for listening.